Hello, what's up guys? In this video we are going to talk about search engine optimization. Now this is going to be a complete SEO learning journey for all the beginners to advanced level. This is going to be a step-by-step video series. We'll start with the theoretical portion of search engine optimization, and then we'll move toward the original implication of SEO to improve your rankings on search engine like Google and Bing.com. Now this is going to be the things to be covered in whole of this series. We'll begin with the simple questions such as what is SEO and why it is important. Then we'll move toward how search engine works. This will include the crawling, indexing and ranking portion as well. We'll start the SEO implications with the keyword research. We'll use various tools for this. Then we will see the different types of search engine optimization, including on-page SEO, technical SEO, and off-page SEO. Off-page SEO will also include the link building and establishing authority, that is domain authority and page authority. After that, we'll see how you can measure, prioritize, and execute your overall search engine optimization. And at the final of the series, I'll share some of SEO glossaries so that you can understand the terminologies and jargons to be used in whole of this search engine or optimization. So the first thing that you need to understand is the basic of search engine optimization. Have you ever heard of Maslow's theory of hierarchy of needs? It's a theory of psychology that prioritizes the most fundamental human needs like air, water, and physical safety over more advanced needs such as esteem and social belongings. The theory is that you can achieve the need at the top without ensuring the more fundamental needs are met first. Love doesn't matter if you don't have food. Mo's founder, Rand, made a similar pyramid to explain the way folks should go about SEO and labeled it as Maslow's hierarchy of SEO needs. Now, at the bottom, we have most fundamental needs for SEO, and at the top we have more advanced needs for SEO. You cannot go to the advanced needs of SEO if you cannot fulfill the basic needs. So here's the thing, the first basic need for SEO is that it should have crawl accessibility so that engines can reach and index your content. The next thing is that your website should have compelling content that answers the searcher's queries. After that, you must have keyword optimized to attract searcher and engines to your website. Once that is done, these three things are essential for rankings. Up next, we have things to improve the competitiveness of your website. That will include great user experience. This will help your website to fast load, ease of use for your visitors, and compelling UI for any devices such as mobile, desktop, and tablet devices. Having the great user experience, you should also have share worthy content, which means you must have content that can be shared on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. After that, your meta title, meta descriptions, and the URL should be optimized and should contain the keyword in them. Once that is done, then the most advanced thing is snippet and schema markups that will help you stand out in SERPs. SERPs are actually search engine result pages. We'll see all of these things visually when we will move toward the implication of SEO. Now, the next up, you might wonder what is SEO and search engine. Well, search engine optimization is a practice of increasing both the quality and quantity of website traffic as well as exposure to your brand through non-paid means such as organic search engine results. It's about understanding what people are searching for online, the answer they are seeking, the words they are using, and the type of content they wish to consume. Having to talk about the basic of search engine includes basically the search terminologies that a visitor use when he tries to find out something on internet. For example, you want to buy new joggers for summer. So what you will do is to go to Google and search for jogger. Now the jogger is a keyword that you inserted in the search bar and hit enter. The whole page that will come out as a result is known as SERPs, SERP, pronounced as SERPs, and is called search engine results pages. Organic search results are the one that are earned through effective SEO, not paid for, such as advertising. Today, search engine result pages, often referred to as SERPs, are filled with both more advertising and more dynamic organic result formats called SERP features. It's important to remember that search engines make money from advertising. Their goal is to better solve searchers' queries within SERPs, to keep searchers coming back and to keep them on the SERPs as longer as possible. Now you might also think that why SEO is important while you already have paid advertisement. Well, PPC or the paid advertising is a mean to have the temporary positioning on search results, but at some point in time you will run out of funds. So in that cases, SEO came into play. While paid advertising, social media and other online platforms can generate traffic to your website, the majority of online traffic is driven by search engines. Organic search results cover more digital real estate, appear more credible to savvy searches, and receive way more clicks than paid advertisement. For example, of all US searches, only approximately 2.8% of people click on paid advertisements. In a nutshell, SEO has approximately 20x more traffic opportunity than PPC on both mobile and desktop devices. SEO is also one of the only online marketing channel that, when set up correctly, can continue to pay dividends over time. If you provide a solid piece of content that deserves to rank for the right keyword, your traffic will snowball over time. Whereas advertising needs continuous funding to send traffic to your website, and at some point you will run out of that funding, that is for sure. So now you might have heard about white hat SEO and the black hat SEO. White hat SEO refers to SEO technique, best practices and strategies that abide by search engine rules. Its primary focus to provide more value to the people and not to the search engine. Black hat SEO, on the other hand, refers to techniques and strategies that attempt to spam or fool search engine. While black hat SEO can work, it puts website at tremendous risk of being penalized and or de-indexed, removed from search results, and has severe ethical implication. Consider if, for example, your website got de-indexed, it is just like your business got bankrupt in an online environment, and no one could ever wish for that. Now, if you are planning to have a strong SEO for your website or blog, or you want to provide the SEO service, you should understand the different webmaster tools for different search engines such as Google and Bing. So here are some of the guidelines for Google webmasters. Things that you should follow is that make pages primarily for users and not for search engine. Do not deceive your user and avoid tricks intended to improve search engines ranking. A good rule of thumb is whether you would feel comfortable explaining what you have done to website to a Google employee, or you want to have a website where customer can come in and find something useful for them. Another useful test is to ask, does this help my user? Would I do this if search engine didn't exist? Think about what makes your website unique, valuable, and engaging. Things that you should avoid at Google Webmaster Guideline is that do not automatically generate content, do not participate in link scheme, do not create pages with little or no original content, Do not use clocking. Clocking is the practice of showing search engine crawlers different version of content than visitors. Do not use hidden text and links. Do not use doorway pages. Doorway pages are pages created to rank well for specific searches to funnel traffic to your website. Here are some of the guidelines for Bing webmasters. Things that you should follow include to provide the clear and deep, engaging, and easy to find content to your website. Keep pages title clear and relevant. Keep the links are regarded as a signal of popularity, and Bing rewards link that has grown organically. Social influences and social shares are positive signals and can have an impact on how you rank organically in the long run. Page speed is important along with a positive, useful user experience. Things that you should avoid on Bing Webmaster Guideline is that thin content pages showing mostly ads or affiliate links or that otherwise redirect visitors away from website will not rank well. Abusive link tactics that aim to inflate the number and nature of inbound links, such as buying links, participating in link schemes, can lead to de-indexing. Ensure clean, concise, keyword inclusive URL structure are in place. Dynamic parameters can dirty up your URLs and cause duplicate content issues. Make your URLs descriptive, short, keyword rich when possible, and avoid known letter characters. Now consider you are a local business and you want to have better positioning on Google. Now Google have one offering that is called Google My Business. You can make a listing for Google My Business, and here are the things that you should follow. Be sure you are eligible for inclusion in the Google My Business index. For this you can review their policies. Use honest and accurate representation of all aspects of your local business data, including its name, address, phone number, website address, business categories, hours of operation, and other features. Things that you should avoid if you are using Google My Business listing, that are creation of listing for entities that are not eligible, misrepresentation of any of your core business information including stuffing your business names with geographic or service keyword, or creating listing for fake addresses. Use a PO boxes or virtual offices instead of authentic street addresses. Abuse of the review portion of the Google My Business listing via fake positive reviews of your business or fake negative ones of your competitors. Now, once you understand that how search engine works and what is SEO, and you also understand the things that you should follow on different webmaster tools, the next important things that you have to learn is user intent. This is the most important thing and you have to understand it really clearly. Instead of violating these guidelines in an attempt to trick search engines into ranking you higher, focus on understanding and fulfilling user intent. When a person searches for something, they have a desired outcome, whether it's an answer, concert tickets, or a cat photo. That desired content is their user intent. If a person performs a search for bands, is their intent to find musical band, wedding bands, band saws, or something else? Here are some common user intent types. These are informational, navigational, and transactional. Informational user intent types include searches for information. For example, what is the best type of laptop for photography? How do I learn SEO fast? These are all the informational user intent searches. Then we have navigational searches, searches for specific website, for example, Apple, Amazon, eBay. And then we have transactional user intent types that include searching to buy something. For example, good deals on MacBook Pros. For example, best joggers for football or soccer. So having to understand these things, you can get a glimpse of user intent by googling your desired keywords and evaluating the current SERP. For example, if there's a photo carousel, it's very likely that people searching for that keyword Search for photos. Also evaluate what content your top ranking competitors are providing that you currently are not. How can you provide 10x the value on your website? Having to understand all of these concepts will help you understand the SEO concepts betterly, and this will surely help you implementing the SEO on your website or your client website. If you like this video, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in the next video of this series.